the world is so complicated, and what can be done to fix those problems is so complicated. And I think it's partly why we are seeing the kind of wave of populism that we're seeing at the moment. I don't think there is a relationship between the fact that there is this sort of complex set of problems in the world which require a complex set of solutions, and the populist wave that we are seeing that started in my country in Great Britain. I was there for the Brexit vote, came here to America. We saw it last weekend in Italy, and who knows whether it won't sweep through France and Germany next year as well. And I think partly what's going on is that ever since the horrendous events of 2001, and I was in Washington, I was down at the Pentagon 20 minutes after that plane slammed into the side of the Pentagon. One of my most vivid journalistic memories is standing outside the Pentagon and interviewing soldiers who were still shaking after the attack on that beautiful, beautiful sunny morning. And this huge column, for those of you who live in the district, I'm sure you, or in the area, you remember there was this kind of brown column of smoke. Anyway, so I think ever since that time, and then add to that the financial crash of 2008, what we've all been hearing is it's so complicated. National security is really complicated. How do we defeat Islamic State is really complicated. What do we do about the Middle East? What do we do about China? All of these problems that America has and faces around the world, and it's always being described in these terms of real complexity. Add to that the financial situation, trying to create jobs in a post-manufacturing world. How do we produce growth when robots are cheaper than people? All of that is complicated. And along come a few leaders who say it's not complicated. It's simple, and I'll fix it. And what a relief it is to hear that, right? To have somebody say, I can fix it. And we had some of that in Britain around Brexit, and there are a whole load of other reasons that we've had Brexit and that we had Donald Trump elected. But there is something about the correlation between a world that is complicated, that is not the world I arrived in America in 1996, and solutions and promises that sound simple, that I think is part of the reason we have what we have now. And it is not an American phenomenon. This is a global phenomenon.